Yes. Yes, we are here in the round 2 of the Sunday Battle Arena. We're going to have Nunu being the 1. He's 1-0 right now. Needs to win this to win the rest of the tournament. And we have Chogaf up here, which is Drop of Blood, who is trying to come back from the loser's bracket. Now, I was saying before, for some reason the video didn't load and I was talking into nothingness, so I had to restart the video. But right now, Nunu did start off with Smite, so he's gonna take a buff, obviously. Now, smartly here, Chogaf and our good old friend Drop of Blood anticipates that he's not even gonna try to steal a blue buff. He's gonna try to take mine. Throws the Q a little bit too hard. He's not gonna sit there and fight him. There's no reason for him. Doesn't want to eat a random CC. He didn't get his first move yet, and that's really important to know. The one says, "Hey, if I can get away regularly, I'll do it." Cho has already revealed to me his first move. There we go. Nice warp around there. What he's trying to do is make sure he gets as many hits as possible, and does so. Now he realizes that, hey, I can't get that blue. I'm just gonna back. He's gonna back also, because what they don't want to do is that they don't want to waste potions for no reason. He actually fakes the back, and he's gonna go back into his jungle. I don't know if he saw that back there, but I'm pretty sure that maybe he just assumed that that was what he was gonna do. So he's actually gonna go do his regular jungle route, then go back into lane, which is gonna be pretty strong because when you take the buffs by yourself, you will reach level 2, and he will not reach it for some time. So he just immediately eats the first wolf, gets that. A lot of experience there. He's just making sure that he's not gonna come and challenge his buff. Chogaf seems to not really care. He feels like, hey, I stopped the attempt on my blue. That's all I really need to do. He comes there, smites it. Can he get it? Will he die? Why am I making this so dramatic? Because it's pretty obvious that he's not going to. So, he's getting the blue buff, and that's going to give him a lot of lane dominance. Those ice balls. Oh my god, I remember watching this match. The cooldown is what pissed me off. It's about 5 seconds, and then even lower when with the blue buff. That is what pissed me off in this match. The cooldown on the ice ball. It's just... It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Now he throws one there, does a decent amount of damage, starts hitting them. Now Cho can't trade with him here because of the ice ball. The ice ball not only oh, here we go, drops down the exhaust. He does have flash and ignite up, so he can get away from that. The problem with ice ball is that it not only slows your movement speed but your attack speed, and it just makes Cho like derp and on that. And then Nunu can just eat a consume. He can just consume a minion in the midst of a fight, and then gain like a lot of health back. So it's really a strong matchup. Nunu, the one is going to be playing this fairly well. Look at that poke. What is that? Level 2 ice ball? Yeah, level 2 ice ball, which is hitting for 130. And right now his health can't handle that. Only 600 health. My god, every time it hurts. It makes me cringe. It's like, it's just a little bit too strong, and he hits him with another one. He's gonna eat a tower shot, but that's not really that important because he can just consume it right back. Nunu with the blue buff is a complete set. He has health, and he early ignite there. I think when people early ignite, I'm starting to realize why people do that. Maybe just to back them off. So like, hey, don't fight. I'll keep hitting you. Magic stuff will happen. That's what I think happens there. But Nunu with blue buff is a ultimate fighting machine. He's getting health back from consume and mana back from the blue buff. There's just nothing you can do about it. He's gonna force you out of lane. And then ironically, Cho has the same thing on his passive, but he has to be able to sit through the minions and things like that. Now, Smite may not be up here in this situation, but with Consume and that Ice Ball constantly off cooldown, and his blue buff is about to run out, gets a nice free spell there. And that's also pretty stupid to realize that he also gets free spells, so he's not always paying for the Consume or the Ice Ball, so it's going to help him conserve mana also. Really strong pick in a 1v1. This character will stay around forever. Now he gets the little creep, so I creep. Yeah, just creeping on behind you, cause I bet you don't know. Yeah, so I creep. He's trying to get close to him, but he's gonna opt not to. And he's going to keep his CS lead, which is, right now, since there's no kills, the only thing that puts you ahead or not ahead. He did go back. He has boots and then 2 pots here. That's all he has. But Nunu is in dominating fashion. Fresh new blue buff, and maybe Cho doesn't realize it, that his blue buff just seems to not go away. Maybe he feels like he has the mastery for it, doesn't really think like, hey, he might have stole mine. A lot of things that I don't see in these games is that people don't ward. You can ward your jungle or things like that to make sure you're safe. Make sure they don't try to flank you. I played 1v1 with a viewer, and he just flanked me at one point. And they kept doing it, and it was so stupid. I was like, oh, what am I supposed to do? I could have just warded. Oh, my God. 1100 to 600. Not bad, and not bad at all. Trying to do the best you can do. But it's looking really hard for Cho. But as we said, Cho needs to push it and pull it together to win this match. He's not going to give up so easily, even though he's at a really bad disadvantage. So, until they go back, I'll put that down. So he's just basically, look at this. Now the reason why he does that, he just walks up and he tries that, even though he knows that he can cancel his ult, it's just to push the wave more. He's going to hit the minions, he's going to put some damage on Cho. He's doing a lot of stuff with that one ult. So there's nothing wrong with him doing that. Whoop. Drops the E. It's just really annoying. Up, off cooldown, another E. He's off, he's out of mana. Like, it's sickening that he's doing this. Like, really, really sickening. Like, and he's gonna keep poking him. But now Cho is 6, so he's gonna be able to, without buying anything, gradually get more tankier, which is amazing that he's gonna be able to do that. His health power is away, and now he's just really just trying to do nothing because he's stuck at his tower. No jungler to help him here, so he's kind of screwed. He's gonna pop a blood boil on him, make drop of blood, basically make an ultimatum. What do I want to do? You forced me to use my secret OP. I guess supposedly the one has a really good Nunu, and I can see why. I mean, this with a blue buff, I mean, that's really strong. I never thought about it like that, but that's a really strong combo. Nunu with blue buff. It's just, how does he run out of mana really? He gets a free spell. He gets a spammable E. I mean, ganking wise, it might not do that much, but in lane, if you pick the Shyvana as a jungler, someone that doesn't need the blue buff, and you let Nunu go top, because I know Nunu can go top, and you just let him there with the blue buff, he'll do the same thing. Cho'Gath is actually a top, like a solo top himself, so like this is like similar to what he would do, a melee fighter basically. So if it was Darius, I mean, what would Darius do? He can only hit him once he comes in, then does that. Even if he takes a little bit too much damage, he can just keep poking with the stupidest of the blue and then eventually consume. Which is funny here is that for some reason it was a glitch and the blue buff wasn't around, it was invisible. But he still gets the blue buff again. As we see, he's been going to this blue buff, then to his blue buff. He has timers on the blues. He doesn't need red. I mean, it would be great for him to have it to chase around, but he doesn't really need it. And as we see him, he's just taking more and more dominance. Let me look at the CS at this point. 56 now, and he's going to keep getting some more as it goes on. Drop Ball's going to go back again, and he's going to spend that money. Gets Berserker, wow, I'll say Berserker's Grease. Merc Treads, and I don't really like that because earlier when we were commentating during the tournament, Ursa pointed out something really important in the fact of getting Merc Treads or rushing Merc Treads. I mean, yes, it's going to help him with the slows and the attack speed slows or whatever, but you basically you don't get any additional MR from getting that, from like getting a null mantle, what is it, null mantle magic thing, null magic mantle, that's what it's called. You don't get any additional. All you do is get the movement speed, the tier 2 movement speed, and then some tenacity. The tenacity might help out a little bit, or maybe he's just trying to stack MR, but if anything, if you wanted to get, you know, more MR, you want to go with a Negaton Cloak and maybe build that into something. I would definitely love to see a Force of Nature in this match, just for the fact that, you know, he's doing a lot of magic damage. The best way to deal with so much burst magic damage is just to get MR and like some health regen, just so when his cooldowns are done, you're getting your health back and all other good stuff. Like, you will sustain just as much as they are. And Nunu has amazing sustain, as we can see, because he has blue buff control. Like, bam, his blue buff is up. Now he can push him to his tower, walk around here, and get the blue buff if he really feels like it. He has smite. He's not really using it for anything else because it's a 1v1. So what's the real point here? Like he doesn't need to leave the lane. It's just really vicious right now what he's doing. Like, he's putting him in a position where he would need the jungler's help. Really good. And Dropblood's doing the best he can. He's 30 behind in CS, which I'd have to say, being pushed and shoved all day is not that bad. Does it again. This time forces Cho to burn a silence on it to get it out there. And it's smart for him to use the silence. The silence is much quicker than the rupture, which is his Q. So he wants him to stop that immediately. But he still does get some damage on Cho for free. He knows there's no real other time he could do it. And here we go. Taking that blue buff. This time Cho is either trying to go for it himself. Yeah, he's trying to go for it. Sees that he's not there. I don't know if Nunu saw that, but he does see Cho'Gath coming on around. He's going to opt to just not fight. But then he's going to start poking him again, and he's going to go back to the blue buff. Having a nice little battle here. The blue buff resets there. He does have smite. He can smite steal it. And he's just going to opt to just hit him to death. Blue buff just keeps resetting. And there we go. And he burns him in there like that. He flashes away really quickly, and then he's going to just take the blue buff. Now, for a second, I was thinking, like, oh, crap, he's going to die. But then I forgot his consume. But he has to go back. He doesn't really have a sustain tool like that. He has to go in the lane, but he doesn't want to do that because Nunu's chase right now is really, really strong. And he didn't have much mana to, like, combo him or anything like that. So he still takes the blue buff, unfortunately. Dominating play here by the one. He's trying to close out the set. He doesn't want this to go on to, like, you know, game 6 and all the other nonsense. He doesn't want that to happen. If he can end the game, he can end it. And that's how you have to play 1v1s. You can't toy around with your opponent because it's not about how many kills you have in this tournament. It's about getting to the second tier tower. So whenever you do that, and no matter how you really do that within the rules, you kind of win. And there's nothing you can do about it. Ugh. Just keep yawning. I'm so tired. As everyone knows, I stream until like 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I have to get up and then cast these games. So excuse me if you hear me yawning sometimes. I'm trying to like cover my mouth and some stuff like that. Oh, and he keeps missing those ruptures. He needs them up. He gets the and he's going to eat a full one. And since he did get a no magic mantle, it doesn't really do too much. Now he's sitting here. He's on the chase now. He's going to probably throw an E-ball on him. But yeah, it's not doing anything. Because as you guys know, effective health and all the other good stuff. But then he goes another damn consume. Slows his attack speed and movement speed again. And Cho says, you know what, screw it. I'm just not going to try. One mistake that he's making with Cho'Gath is that he's not putting the rupture like right behind them. So they have to like make this really weird, awkward choice when they're thinking about moving backwards. And they usually end up getting hit. That's how you hit a skill shot that has a delay usually. You want to like force them to either move into it, or if they try to move out of it, like they can't. They're like stuck in the middle or something like that. It depends on the movement speed of the character that they're playing, that like where you're gonna have to place it, you know. So that's kind of how that works. Now this was done live on the stream, as I always say. You guys can come down to twitch.tv/CashBryant, where all the good stuff happens. We have daily events Monday through Friday, and then Sunday is this. Nothing on Saturday. I'm thinking about making Saturday something it's called Something Else Saturdays, where I don't play League of Legends. I'll actually play a game either gifted to me or, you know, by the community or something like that. Let me know if you guys like that. That would be pretty dope. I do want to play The Walking Dead. I want to play that so badly. I don't have enough money to pay it. It's like $40-something, and you get basically everything, all the seasons, all that good stuff. And I really, really would like that, because I've been watching some playthroughs of other people, and it's a really amazing series. Shout out to whoever made the game. Telltale, I think, made the game, and I really, oh, it's so good. And I played Heavy Rain. I love Heavy Rain. Now they're going back in here, and once again, Nunu has the blue buff again. And that's the reason why I think one of the bigger reasons why Cho'Gath is losing. He hasn't had a blue buff, and not only has he haven't had one, he's also whatchamacallit, he just hasn't been able to, oh my god, stop him from getting it. And a very, very close engage there. I don't like that he's burning his ignite in that situation. He definitely could have done some more, but with the consume, again, Nunu has his consume on 4. He's going for ice ball consume because he wants to be able to sustain in that lane as much as he can. No towers down, no kills done. This is a really good round 2 for Drop of Blood. I mean, he is behind 30, but that's pretty good for a guy that has blue buff and has a spam boom move like that. I'd have to say he's definitely holding his own. He's not losing that bad in comparison to I think other people that would have lost. It looks like he's trying to rush a Wit's End here, which is a pretty good item. During the cast, I was definitely saying I think he should get a Wit's End just so he has rising magic resist. He's already gonna get tanky, so he doesn't have to buy any health. His ult will take care of his health. Look how big he is right now. He has 6 full stacks. All he has to do is build MR, really. So, like I said, a Negaton Cloak would have been good. Right now, he doesn't really have that much MR, but a Negaton Cloak would have been good. Or a Force of Nature really would have been good, just to lock him out. That's how you have to build to win your lane. Lock your opponent out of damage, and then push. There's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, Nunu can do if he had a Force of Nature. Force of Nature gives you a lot of MR, it gives you health regen, and it also gives you movement speed. Oh my god, and as long as he has that silence when he does that, look at this. Now he's going to start, see the reason why he's losing some of these engagements for the stupid fact is that there's minions around. And as long as there's minions around, he's going to be able to keep doing that. Since he maxed it, the cooldown on this is 9 seconds. So he has to basically kill him in like, what is that, 18 seconds? Because he's going to get like a couple of those off in the midst of the combat. That's kind of what sucks about that. But he did lose a tower because he is getting out pushed. Lands a nice little rupture. And let's keep in note that Nunu actually hasn't built any MR at all. He's at 48. But since Cho isn't building any damage, his abilities aren't forcing him to. So that's a good move by the one. He's not rushing. He's still building AP. Though his opponent is building MR, he's confident that he can build more than he can. Now he's going to go here again. And he's going to rupture. The rupture actually lands on the blue buff. They're both out of mana here. So he's sitting there. He's going to fight him there. He smites it. Oh. And now that he has the blue buff, he's going to feel a little bit confident. He does get a free spell every 5 couple hits. He's going to do that. And he does this. And he thinks he's tricked him here. I remember this in the thing. He thought he tricked him, but he didn't go for it. The problem with what he was trying to do is that Drop of Blood has to really realize what he tried to do. From the vision of the bush, you can see the blue buff. So why would you think that he's going to walk around? And then after that, why would you try to be? I'll even rewind that because that was kind of what he thought he had. He thought he really had that. And I will go from the one's perspective. What is he, blue? So this is his perspective of the match. So he hit him here, and he thought he said he flashed. Why did you think he would think you flashed? He still has vision in the bush. What he was hoping is that he was gonna go here, and then lose sight of them, and then when you go like that. But one thing you also have to remember about when you do a flash or anything like that is that there's a sound and there's an animation that actually happens when you flash that you can see that a person flashed or do something like that. You thought I flashed, didn't you? So now, Drop of Blood, you see how silly you actually look trying to do that. I knew I was in the brush. Oh damn, made me think I was away, and I came while you were distracted. Oh, the one with the technology is like, oh, you thought I did it. No, I already had it. Cho'Gath saying that it's over. I can't come back. I'm depressed. I didn't eat cereal. Taking a lot of damage here. And the one here, I think, sympathetically gives him a kill there. Either that or he was really thought he, I I don't know why he did that. I think he's trying to raise his confidence because as we saw in the other game, he was just like, oh, I'm going to lose. It's over. I even voted for a drop of blood. I really did because I knew everyone was voting for the one. I wanted to go with the guy with no elo. I wanted to say, like, hey, you know, he's going to win this. He's definitely got this. He didn't lose. He lost the other first match pretty bad, but he's going to do this. I think Cho is better than Nunu. But he's not playing the matchup. He's playing it as good as he can. Look, he's only behind 20 CS right now. You know, despite that kill or whatever like that. That little kill that was a little fishy, but you know. Now, unfortunately here, he has the spell vamp, and I'm pretty sure that the spell vamp is like now look at this. Now I don't understand that. It's a full range ult, takes a lot of damage there. Now he's getting pushed out here. He does heal himself again. That gets a couple health from the minions. With Wit's End, he can keep doing that. He can keep hitting him. Misses the thing on there. Eats him, doesn't do much damage. Does that, burns the flash. My issue there, my main issue there, is that yes, he has a poke in there. You have a Wit's End giving you passive magic resist and stuff like that. This tower has about 400 health. Your tower has 850. Could have won right there. I agree. I feel that Cho at that point could have just took the tower, and that's been done in a lot of games when we're casting it, where the person just takes the tower. Because let me look at how much AD Cho has. He has 113. Obviously, the tower has some defense. Oh, a lot. Wow, a lot of D. But Nunu can't really stop him. He still has to hit him with moves. I know he can slow his attack speed a little bit. He can try his very best, hardest. But the only problem with that is that could he actually have stopped him from taking the tower? Because then he's not focusing on, Nunu's not focusing on the minions. He can't really do anything about Cho if he just decides not to fight him. So the tower won't hit him. The only thing that's going to be doing is that Nunu's hitting him. And Nunu really, look how long it takes Nunu to kill him. And this is with Cho fighting back. Look how long it takes him. This is all his moves. This is all his moves. It doesn't matter that in this thing Cho is actually dying, but literally he would have got like 8 hits on the tower. 8 hits on this tower. I'm sorry, I don't care how much defense it has. It only has 400 attack health right at that point. He could have killed it. He could have took it out. He was too scared of dying, but as you saw, if you died anyway and he's gonna take your tower anyway, you were behind. You got to realize that. So right now he's looking in a really good prime position to take this game. If you guys want to be here live, these are done Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/CashBryant. We do a lot of daily events. Today is New Meta Monday. Tomorrow's Troll Tuesday. Then it's What the Fuck Wednesdays. Then it's Tutor Thursdays. Then it's FDA Fridays, which stands for Fo That Ass, which is basically everything ever with the stream is Fo That Ass. So you don't want to win, do you? Yeah, he's just kind of trolling, but he gets another minion wave. It says GG, well played. Minion wave here is going to take that out. Nothing he can do about it. Good job played. Thank you guys for making a great tournament. There was a lot of good matches. I'm going to actually put the winners finals, the losers finals on here, so you'll see their winners finals match also, so you guys can get a little glimpse of how the tournament went and things of that nature. Look at this. Oh, come on. Oh, damn. Don't hit me. Blood boil. Oh, insult to injury. Sorry, had to show that. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. Follow, subscribe, and all that good stuff. A summoner has disconnected, and so have I.